All right.
Hello, Emmanuel Martinez.
Oh my God. Miss Lais
Manny,
Falcao.
thank you for your time. We all know that you're a pretty busy man. Not as busy as Mr. Glitz,
Uh-huh.
but pretty busy. So thank you for your time. We are here to ask you some questions.
All right.
And hopefully you have the answer for those.
I hope I do. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, I've done interviews about, how we started and why I started, but we've never done like an internal interview.
Exactly.
And we have our good friend and a dealer from Chile. He had some good questions in Spanish, and we're like, you know what? They're so good. We should do it in English.
Exactly.
So this is our English version of the interview that we had with our dealer from Chile.
Yeah. So, first, why Tropical Glitz? How did it start? Like, explain me a little bit of like,
You know
why.
Besides, I know we have it on the website, but it's not as good as when you hear it visually. When you hear it and you see it visually. And I remember I started Tropical Glitz. I don't know, 7-8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Coño, I'm not gonna right here. I'm gonna get off frame. People don't see this. The first drawing of Tropical Glitz. I drew this August the 1st, 2015 by Diana and Manny Martinez, my wife and me. This
crazy.
is the actual real paper. Our first sticker. Here's my first pencil sketch. And then these were different stickers. And this was the actual final sticker. And then Help Manny Walk. We started this in August the 1st, 2015. And then I registered it with the state. One of the things we started this was, had two reasons. Obviously, I have two kids that they come and work here. And then Manny was born paralyzed, and we just couldn't, there was so much the insurance covered and so much they didn't cover. And I started this as a supplement to cover his medical health. And it snowballed into a lot bigger. That was the primary reason, because we started selling t-shirts. No, I'm lying to you. We started a Help Manny Walk. And then if people don't realize it, in the bottom of our stickers, all our stickers still say Help Hope Live campaign, and it has a number.
Mm-hmm. Like in the jars, right?
In the jars, they still have it, and it's the original campaign that we started. It's like a GoFundMe, but for medical needs, that you have to have proof of a medical necessity.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and was like, man, I gotta do something, because people were just donating, but I didn't want that. I wanted to do like, I wanted to do something where you buy a product and the proceeds goes to that. So we sold t-shirts that said help Manny Walk, Help Hope Live. And then one day I told my wife, hey, I'm gonna sell glitter. And she thought I was crazy. She's like, bro, you're wasting my time. And one of the reasons why I said glitter, because Metal Flake it's a form of glitter. It's just automotive grade. But honestly, there was just not a lot of options. Like, a lot of companies started discontinue stuff. The couple stuff that's available online, I bought them for myself way before this was an option. Like, this wasn't even an idea. I was using Metal Flake from other companies, and I just wasn't really happy with, if it wasn't the customer service or the product. I had product that I would use, and I thought it was great, and I was all hyped and happy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, these people are huge. They're all over social media. And the stuff was bleeding.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this sucks. And it just sucked. Like, the experience wasn't good for me as a consumer.
Yeah.
So when I said, hey, I'm going to start this, because I saw like a void. And then, I started this out of my laundry room that, like with a shelf. And it was like 20 colors, 10 jars each. That was everything I had. Like, everything was there. And then later, little by little, we grew into like my garage. That was like 600 square feet. And we did that for a while. And then I was
packing glitter.
I was packing glitter. That by that time, yeah, we were doing that. And then we had a paint machine in the garage that people were like, yo, how do you get a paint machine in the garage? And I'm like, yo, I know people. And I remember I made a couple custom colors for myself. And then people started asking me, hey, I saw a color you mixed. That was just for me, for my personal use, for me painting stuff.
Yeah.
And I started to sell paint out of my garage. I always promised I never wanted to sell paint. I never wanted to sell... I didn't want to sell anything liquid or flammable. I wanted to just sell dry goods. And I wanted to sell pearls, because it's so easy to throw them in a jar and mail them anywhere.
Yeah. And did you ever expected to be as successful as Tropical Glitz is right now?
Never. And I still don't believe that I'm successful at all. People Someone asked me this. I was at the Lowrider Tampa show, and someone says, "Oh man, congrats on the successful." I'm like, "I'm not successful. I'm just making a living, and we're having fun with it. You know, we're
Well,
having fun
it's
with
a international brand, so
I know, but
it is pretty successful.
yeah, if you think about it. But for me, I try to just not think like that, because I try to stay so humble because the moment you think you have it all, you lose it all sometimes. And I'm just grateful that I'm alive. I get to have fun to go to work. I remember when I sold tires, that I liked it. I've always painted, but I sold tires. I had to have a real job, right? This is a real job now, but I had to have a job with health care and all that fancy stuff. And when Fridays came around, I celebrated because, man, I was dying for the weekend. And when Sunday came around, I was dreading it. I was like, oh my God, it's Sunday. I got to go to work because I really did not like my job. I didn't like what I was doing. And I did it for so many years. And here, when Friday's around, I get all bummed out because it means I have to like, oh man, the weekend's here because I really look forward to, and to me, all the days are the same. Like it blends. I don't know when a Friday or a Monday or a Sunday, like everything is exactly the same for me because I really do enjoy. I love coming here.
Yeah, and you would say that feeling that you love so much that it's like you want to stay here. Do you think this is the reason for the success, or is there anything else that plays factor?
That's a portion of it. I think it's a combination of I'm a pretty obsessed person. You know that, right? You know I get
I'm proof of that.
Yeah. I get obsessed with stuff. And I'm always constantly trying to learn as much as I can. And I really love color. I've always liked colors. You know, besides the whole lowrider thing and painting cars, but I really, down to the core, I love colors. I'm always trying to learn as much as I can. And I think the fact that I'm so obsessed and picky with stuff, I think it leads to the direction of success for us, or at least a successful path. Because I just don't give up on stuff. If I can't figure it out, I might give it a break, but I come back to it to think like, yo, there has to be a way to figure this out. And I'll lose sleep. I'll wake up at 1 or 2 in the morning just to Google something or read something or an article because I just can't let it go.
Yeah. And how do you keep your connection between artists and clients? Because you have a big company. Well, good size company, but you still very personal. You still pick up your phones, you still send people message like on the clients and also artists. Like, how do you think you manage all of that?
Now it's I'll be honest with you, it's harder now than it was before because it's a lot of stuff. I end up contacting a lot of the artists after hours, like when I'm home and stuff on the sofa, because during work it's hard because there's so many things going on. But one thing I always say is that we sell paint, but we're not really in the business of paint. We're in the business of people. You've heard me say that over time because we all have a different need or a different project, and it's a problem. Hey, I'm trying to paint this and that, and they're looking for a solution. So you're trying to give that person a solution for their problem, or you're trying to give them an idea for their project, but you're using paint as the tool or the medium for it, you know? It's a balancing act, but I still try to really stay in contact because without the people that support us and believe in us, you know? And the biggest thing for me, I see the disconnection with like big companies. I work for a big Fortune 500 company. There's a disconnect with people because these companies, you're just a number, you know. There's nothing personal about it. So I love the fact that we're a small or medium-sized company, but there's still that personal touch to everything. You know, everything's still touched by us. As I walk through the store and I see stuff getting packed, I grab a can, I look at a name, oh damn, I know this person. You know what I'm saying? Or when people see us at a show and they approach us and say, hey, I love your product and this and that, there's that still, that they can still do that with the founder of the company or the people, because we just went to California. How many people did we take from the store?
Exactly.
And every time we travel, I try to take people so they can see the impact that we do here in Miami. The impact, they don't realize the impact we do all over the country and all over the world with our stuff.
It's hard because it's getting bigger, but the value of the company on the sense of taking care of clients, taking care of artists, and also ourselves as the workers, it's hard, but it's so beautiful to see the fruits of that.
Yeah.
And you can tell if you want to ever come and meet our place.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that people are happy, and people are happy because of that.
It starts
because
from the top, though. We don't
there
really
is
say
this there is this energy that we want to be part of this.
Yeah.
But so we had a little problem, but we are back.
Yeah.
So
we lost a little memory. We ran out of footage.
Technical issues. But we were talking about the vibe that is installed in Tropical Glitz, and
the whole energy thing.
Yeah, clients sees it, people see it, the artists here, and also the people that work here.
Yeah.
So if you ever decide to come and visit Tropical Glitz, you're gonna see a lot of happy people and people that are doing their job, but actually with the heart in it.
I think, yeah. And I said it to you before, it starts from the top. Mm-hmm. And I think the fact that I'm a goofball and I like to play around. But I think besides that, like talking all serious, I think just we live and let live, right? The people that we surround ourselves tells you. Mm-hmm. I love to laugh. I'm always making some stupid jokes and stuff. But I think it sets the tone when they see the how we are and how we treat people and how we're very casual and laid back. It sets the mood across the whole board in the store. And just everything, just how we are as people, man, honestly. And plus, it's Miami. I'm in shorts and flip flops,
Yeah, that tropical.
Yeah, the tropical. Yeah, that was like the question that they asked me earlier. That we have a dealer that's here, and he's here for the whole week, Mauricio.
Yeah.
He's from Chile, and he asked the question in Spanish. He's like, "Where did you come up with the name Tropical Glitz?" And I said, "Oh, you know what? It's a good question. I live in Miami, right? You're always gonna find me in the warehouse in shorts, not sandals. But at home, I'm always in flip flops. But Miami is very tropical, so I named the first half Tropical, and then Glitz. I like Art Deco, and I always think of vintage Miami, the 1920s and 30s. Glitz is something very sparkly, very fancy, very like high refined. So I put them together and I called it Tropical Glitz, and that was the idea of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And do you have anything to tell the people that look up to you as a business owner, but also they get inspired by Tropical Glitz? Do you have anything to tell these people?
Bro, honestly,
no,
I know, but honestly, but honestly, just do you don't listen to the static, don't listen to the people like, yo, don't do it, because when I did this and I said, hey, I'm gonna do this, people, I really didn't tell a lot of people, because sometimes the closest ones to you will be like, nah, that's crazy, how are you gonna quit your job? You know what I'm saying? I just did me. I didn't ask for help. I didn't ask for a handout. I just did me and put my head down, and I just went to town, working, and you know it. We've been friends for a couple years, and you've always seen the progress of the company. And you've always seen that it's like, I'm just like I'm gonna give a free plug to Johnny Walker. I don't drink alcohol, but Johnny Walker, the liquor, had a thing that says keep on walking, and no matter if it was rain or snow or whatever, he kept on walking. And I've always thought of that as for me, because no matter what the situation is, I just kept on going, whatever the odds were. So I tell people, you look up to me. Don't look up to me, because I'm not a business person at all. I'm just pretty good at what I do, and I love what I do. I barely graduated high school, so don't even think, oh, this guy went to business school. No, I'm an everyday average person from from here. I was born here. And, we're immigrants. I come from a family of immigrants. We immigrated here in the 60s from Cuba. Yeah. And with nothing, we lost everything to start all over again. So everything that you see that we have here isn't something that someone gave to me, or I have an investor. This was like, I started this with $200. And every time I made a little bit of money, I reinvested it. Every time I made more money, I reinvested it. And I took a portion of those proceeds to always take care of my son. Mm-hmm. And then it just snowballed to what it is now. But just work hard. Yeah. That's like without a doubt, work hard, give it 110%, and don't do it if you don't love it.
Yeah,
That's
don't
for
do
re-
it for the money.
Oh
do
no
it
way! Absolutely, people
for
say
what
that.
it is.
Yeah,
The
people
process
say that.
is what's
Mhm.
what's for.
If you look at our paint cans and our labels, they have a little logo of a little man that says Frisks 84. That's the gentleman that redesigned the label for us, and he's at interviews. And it's true. Don't ever do anything for money because it's never gonna get you anywhere. When you do it for the passion, no matter if you're making no money, but you love it, and then when people see how much you love it, it's gonna come out in your work, and then from there, people start supporting you, and then that's when you actually start making revenue.
Yeah, that's the success by
Always,
itself.
always. People say, and people are like, "Oh, that's so cliche." No, it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we did this, it wasn't like, "Oh, instant." This is, and people are like, "Oh my God, you blew up." I go, "No, we've been doing this for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's just now you're noticing it, but we've always been here."
Well, thank you so much.
No, my pleasure.
Thank you for the time. To our customers, thank
Always.
you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything. We wouldn't be able to do anything even remotely close to what we do if it wasn't because of all of you.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And thank you, Manny, for believing in this, and Tropical Glitz.
Yeah, we got it. We'll call you back right now. Sorry about that. That's our customer.
But thank you for the opportunity of actually bringing to the world something that's so cool and helps out so many people.
We try. I love what we do. I love the team that we have. We try every day. And if you guys like this, we don't do a lot with videos sometimes like that. We're so busy. But if you like this, let us know in the comments below. We're going to post this for YouTube. We're going to recycle this as much as we can, but like, comment, share. And if you like this, let us know. And we'll create more information, a little bit more of what we do and why we do what we do. So to our beautiful Lais Falcao. I killed your name.
That's okay. I know it's hard.
I get Lais right. It's the last name.
Falcao.
Yeah. And this is another episode with Tropical Glitz, and this is Manny Martinez and Lais. Peace. Much love.